So, how do I end up on this awesome looking, awesome sounding Sportster that I've always wanted? So, 11 years ago, I stopped riding. That's 11 springtime crying in my truck, my van, as the motorcycles went by. Why would I stop riding, you ask? Well, I hit a deer, and I'll make another video where I tell the whole deer story, but I hit a deer, and my youngest son was only 3 at the time, and I thought about it that day while I was laying in the hospital. It wasn't a serious injury or anything, but it wasn't even a scary crash, but I was airborne and I broke my collarbone. So anyway, while I lay there in the hospital, I thought if I had died that day, I don't know, is it taboo to talk about dying on a motorcycle when you're on a motorcycle? But bottom line is, hey, here's a bike. What is it? Nice. So anyway, my son was 3, my littlest boy was 3, and I figured if I'd have died that day, he would have said he never knew his dad. So I said, all right, when he goes to college, I'll get another bike. And he's in high school, and that's enough. I can't take it anymore. So I started getting the bug and the itch, and I was looking on Craigslist, and I was like, wait a minute. I can actually afford an old Sportster. Because, I don't know, back in the 90s, not that I really shopped for it, but all the numbers I heard back in the 80s and the 90s, you couldn't touch a Harley at all for less than $10,000. That was the catchphrase. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how true it was, but he was like, oh, you can't buy a Harley that's in milk crates for less than $10,000. I feel like my microphone's not in the right spot. So, this is my 4th bike. I say so a lot. This is my 4th bike. I had a KZ 440, 1982. Loved it because it was like a little fake Sportster, but without being obnoxious about being a fake Sportster, you know what I mean? I had a 650 Nighthawk. Was never really that thrilled with that bike. 4-cylinder. Didn't really float my boat. I want to see what I can do with this microphone. I feel like it's falling out of here. Oh, that's good. You just have a bunch of crap in your helmet, dude. Wires and microphones and stuff. And then I had an EX 500. So Kawasaki Ninja 500, 2-cylinder. I bike, but for 500 bucks, I was like, I'm riding. Nice. See that dune buggy? Not a dune buggy. It was a custom Beetle. So, all three of my bikes, first of all, none of them were Harleys like I wanted them to be. But they were motorcycles, so they were cool. I loved them all. Even the ones I didn't like, I still loved them. But I started thinking that I was going to get a Vulcan, 750 Vulcan. Nice cruiser, but again, not obnoxiously trying to just look like a freaking Harley. And then I started looking on Craigslist, as I was saying, and I saw that, wait a minute, I can afford an old Sportster. Then, so I teach at Duchess Bosse's Construction, and so of course I talking to the small engines and motorcycle technology teacher, and because I knew that he would understand my struggle. And I was like, dude, I gotta get a bike. I can't take it no more. This is the year. This is the year it's gonna happen. Especially now that I'm a teacher and I have summers off. All kinds of riding days in there, you know? And he doesn't even blink, and he's like, dude, the security and law teacher has a Sportster that he wants to get rid of. So I talked to him. He tells me it's a 1986, the first year of the Sportster Evolution motor. So you don't have all these extra things you needed to do for maintenance on an iron head. I speak well. Tell me, crushes my face a little bit, so my wife keeps saying, this is not how I sound. And now I just referred to my wife, which she said, but the videos are not going to be to me. And they are to you, honey. You told me that I don't sound like me. So long story short, security and law teacher tells me he hasn't ridden the bike in a couple of years. We should trailer it over to small engines and have them clean the carb or whatever. And he gives me a price of $1,500 minus whatever it needs. So of course, I didn't like the back tire was a ching, whatever. Yeah, I need good tires, not economy tires. The front was a Dunlop. So anyway, tire, battery, and basically, and then, so we get the thing in the shop and we get it up on the lift, and small engines teacher, I'm leaving people's names out because I don't know if people want to be internet famous or not. Small engines teacher says, look here, you got a leak between the cylinder and the head, oil leak. Now I had already started doing some research, and I learned all about how you can change an 883 to 1200 just by changing the jugs and the pistons, and it's all good. And I looked at him and I thought, and I said, sure is a shame to tear this thing apart to change gaskets and not make it a 1200. And I guess he could have been like, this is work, but nope, he got a big smile on his face. And all through this same time, I wanted forward controls and I wanted taller bars. Those were my two things that I needed to do for me to have this Harley and have it be the Harley that I want. So I talked to the small engines teacher some more, and then I went down to auto body class and talked to the auto body teacher that he would paint my stuff, paint my tins. And I talked to the film class and said, you guys should make a little documentary about it to show some of the things that can go on here at Bosie's for anybody that cares. And everybody said okay, and the whole thing started. And so I bought my big tank that you can see, and I was able to chop both of my fenders, and I ordered the jugs that were black with the silver fins, and then I spray painted, high temperature painted my heads when he had them off, which he rebuilt the heads for me all nicey nice. Street Bob. So he rebuilt the heads nice for me. I painted them. This whole process took a while, as you could imagine. And it's school. You know what I mean? We're teaching high school kids, so a job that you could probably do yourself, 1, 2, 3, it takes a while because your first school term. I know for me, my first mission, classroom management, because you can't have chaos. Second mission, teach these kids something. And then, once those two goals are met, then we can do some projects. You know what I mean? So, this all took a while. So in the meantime, I was able to polish up all the aluminum. And like I said, I did the paint job. I made brackets for lights and moved stuff around. Just took her out for the first time on the road. I think she looks pretty sweet, personally. Let's do the use here. We are in neutral. We are on.